What up, though? Welcome to another episode of Mentally Ill with Dez Cortez. Man, it's a great day. And happy Mental Illness Awareness Month to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And as always, I got my homie T. Hayes.
What's going on, sir?
Sunny boy.
Oh, no,
Mr.
you did.
Hayes.
You telling them too much,
Smooth,
bro.
baby. We got a story for all of them. But what's good, my guy?
Not much, man. How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. How was your week, man?
It's been a good week, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a productive week, actually. I actually got some time off this coming week, so which is good because I get to focus on some other stuff that I've been putting to the side.
Yeah, buddy, on yourself.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm happy about that. It's gonna be
dope.
It's gonna be a good week ahead. I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. I had a crazy weekend. Crazy week, and we'll talk about that too. But
right.
Today's episode is about the mentality of the military, and in order for me to do that some justice, I had to bring somebody who I know is a true motherfucking soldier.
Right.
And ever since, also with the United States of America, my guy Keith Rayner.
What up?
How you doing, people?
You got it?
You all right, bro?
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely appreciate you coming on here.
I appreciate you inviting me, bro.
Man, and what's crazy is when I think about the mentality, because I never went to the military, but my dad was, and he was in the Navy, and all he talked about was how he went out, he went overseas, he got the best drugs, he came home, wasn't no good, and it basically like changed his whole life as far as how that transpired.
Right.
So for me, the military was a place that was always not a good thing. You know what I mean? Like that was like the last thing that you know what I mean? Like if you had like a bad son or something, like you might make him go to the military.
Right.
Because everybody I knew who went to the military wasn't happy.
Right.
So like at the time you enlisted, what was the norm about the military? Like what was your hood's voice about the military?
I went in the Army in 1987. So if you wanted to get a job or something like that, you know, those are the kind of people that went into the military or left and went down to Atlanta, those kind of things. But if you was out here, wasn't looking for a job, there was only one thing to do out here in 1987. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
If people in your neighborhood found out you was leaving, they was happy for you, if anything, just because you was getting away from what was going on.
Right, exactly.
I got you. And do you remember the day that you signed? Like, do you sign? Like, you're right. So,
I remember the exact day. I was 19.
What were you thinking? Like, are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm finna get up out of here.
I'm finna get up out of here.
That was it.
And think about that mentality, because if you think about another person from another area who's enlisting in the military, just pull it up a little bit more. Who's enlisting in the military? Like they're not necessarily trying to get away. You know what I mean? Like they don't have those thoughts before they go. Like I'm just really trying to get. I'm not even thinking about everything that's about to happen. You know what I mean? I just need to get away.
And that's how most people is. Because you got to understand that people come from all different kind of walks of life. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody that just came off of 7 Mile, and you got some kid coming off a farm in South Dakota that ain't never seen a black person at all. You got an Indian kid on the reservation who just been on the reservation. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to get out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's World War II and everybody patriotic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We finna do this for Uncle Sam. It's a totally different thing.
Right.
So when you originally arrived there, you were a bunch of people that's trying not to go back home for the most part.
Damn.
And their whole mission when you get there is to send you back home.
Damn. It's like you never really think about
crazy.
that, though.
Right.
Like I never really thought about the makeup of the people who actually come.
Right.
everywhere. Everywhere. You meet people from everywhere.
And people getting away. And that's crazy. I remember, like, I was always militant towards the United States and America. You know what I mean? The hood made us like that. I remember in 8th grade, we was doing the Pledge of Allegiance. You remember that? And we was doing the West Side Connection.
Oh my God!
Pledge of Allegiance. The real Pledge of Allegiance. And they caught us.
Right.
And we got in a bunch of trouble. And I remember one of the teachers had went off on me. Like, my daddy died for that flag, and da-da-da, you can't do that, da-da-da. And I was like, that flag made my daddy a heroin addict, and da-da-da, and going back and forth. It's like, don't blame my and it was just like two totally different views of what was going on. And how was it for you when you would come home? Like, what was the view of what you were going through? Did people think like you was like all day Desert Storm type shit, or was it like people was like, okay, you there, you working?
The last year I was in is when Desert Storm started, so we didn't have that kind of reference. The only thing that was before then was like Vietnam or something.
Gotcha.
You understand what I'm saying? So when I came back to visit, you know what I'm saying, everybody was, you know what I'm saying, you know how it is when you come back home, back on the block, you the toast of the town. You looking good, you fit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You got that uniform on, Chris.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody been hearing good things about you and these kind of things. You know what I'm saying? And you leave home just enough time not to mess it up.
That's dope,
right. Right. That's 100,000. Yeah, that's real.
And one thing too, mentally, that always caught me about the military was, it was like, if you were in the military and you left your family to go on deployment for some amount of time, when you came back, you were like a hero. You know what I mean? Like, that was what was supposed to happen. You know what I mean? Like, that's a good American man.
You get about 5 minutes of it.
But then
there you go.
You'll get about 5 minutes.
That's real right there, too, dog.
But then if you leave 3 years and go hustle or get a plan or grind someplace else and come back for your family, people be like, man, why would you leave your family?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So going into that and then having a family, or did you have your family while you were in the military?
I had my first daughter like a week before I graduated basic training.
Damn.
So I didn't have no kids when I left. But she was pregnant though.
Right.
That was part of the reason why I left.
Right.
Because it wasn't no work, and you know what I'm saying, I didn't want to raise a family and what was going on back then around here, because you know how the household be, man. You're trying to hustle and you change diapers, and it's totally out of control. There ain't no way to raise a family,
Man, like, you're right though.
Yeah.
And that was considered something that was okay for people to do. And truthfully, like, when you tell me like what you've done in the military, and I can, with me not being there, it's like I think of like the military people who like fight, and then it's the military people who work. You know what I mean? Like,
That's very true.
So I'm looking at my like granddaddy paperwork, and it was like he was a cook, and I'm not trying to, but I don't see him in the same light as I see you.
I'm gonna say this first of all. Everybody's primary job in the military is to be a soldier, pick up a rifle. At the end of the day, that's what your job is. Mm-hmm. Now, before that time comes, you could be doing laundry, cooking, whatever. That's called support services. You know what I'm saying? Everybody supports the leg soldier. And what would I be if wasn't nobody cooking?
Right.
What would I be if I couldn't get
I know.
It ties in, because, you know, a cook in the military isn't like a cook down at the restaurant. You finna cook for like 1,500 people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So even that in itself is a grind, and it's just cooking because of the mass that you do it in.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
You know, everybody got something to complain about. Just like when everybody else trying to work and handle their business, but you got to keep going.
Right.
You know, so we all do the same thing. Just it's a physical difference from it.
There you go.
Damn. Tony, what's up, man? What you thinking about? Because do you ever anybody in your family ever in the military?
Yeah, Big Tony. Yeah. He was a Marine, bro. So I got a whole different outlook.
Wait.
To a certain degree. Let me rephrase that. I got major respect for the military. Don't get it twisted.
Big Tony
Yeah, man.
was a Marine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to the big dog. Original
Man,
copy.
listen, Big Tony. Nigga, daddy dog. Really?
He different, bro. He a different breed. He a
one of the
different
wildest
breed.
niggas I've ever met in my life. Like
he a different breed.
Dog.
So the fact that you didn't even know that, think about that.
Listen,
Well, what it take, because you've been in the military.
listen.
You know what I'm saying? What it take to really get your shit
It's-
together, get your mind together.
No way in hell.
Right. But that's
I
why
would've
he like
thought
he
that,
is
though.
today. That's why he like he is today, man.
Damn, dog.
Yeah, that military training is a beast. You know what I'm saying?
And
I'm
also
sure you
too-
can go back to where your mind was at. I don't know if you knew what you was getting into, but to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? It's
I
going
knew
you're
exactly
gonna
what
hit
I
some
was
shit
getting
that you
into.
wasn't expecting.
I had a choice. I didn't.
Right.
I had a choice of jobs I could take.
Right.
I wanted to be Johnny Rambo. I was
I feel that.
coming from out here, at
Right.
19. You know what I'm saying? I don't want
Right.
to sit down no place. I want to get it in. Let me see how you blow these things up. And
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when you it sounds ideal. It sounds like fabulous Hollywood when you talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But when these things happen, they happen nothing like it do, like you think yourself, like it does on television.
Right.
Right,
It happens
exactly.
nothing like that.
Yeah.
Leading up to it happens nothing like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because you can sit around all day and don't nothing happen.
Yeah, I believe that.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe that.
And then you get 3 minutes of excitement watching things blow up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's fun
Right.
for 3 minutes.
Yeah, I
But for
feel
the first part of the day, you know, it takes a certain mentality
To be able
to stay alert.
Yep.
Remember what it is you're supposed to be doing so you don't tear nothing up or hurt nobody.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know when that time will come. So when it's time to go, you got to be on it. So you're sitting
Right.
around anally like this.
Right, for sure.
Just waiting.
Right, on point. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that does back to the show. It starts to change your mentality because you kind of like can't shut it down. You kind of like
I'm on
wired
now.
up.
I'm on, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they telling you to be wired up. Like, I've never been in a situation where, like, a motherfucker was telling me, like, I could go kill a person. You know what I mean? Like, it's always been to the nay-nay, to, like, calm down. Like, it's something that you can't do. I've never been in a situation where people was like, dog, like, this is the opportunity for you to fight for your life.
Yeah.
Kill other things, and it's cool.
Kill and be killed. That's
Kill or
simple
be
as that.
killed. You know what I mean? And
That's simple as that.
it has to be a total mind change. And I remember us talking one time, and I asked you about it. I said, how do soldiers leave their wives for that long? Because I remember I was one of my homies played for Army, football for Army, and he was just talking about leaving his wife and what had happened, and she had ended up doing something and everything. And I remember you saying something. You say either you a soldier or you not.
That's it. And they'll put it to you like this: if the Army wants you to have a wife, they would have issued you one.
Right.
That's the reality of
That's
it.
some real shit. That's some real shit right there, boy.
That's the reality of it.
That's real shit. Because if you think about it, with the recruiting age is 18.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can do it earlier with like a special situation, but the recruiting age is 18. That's the same. You got to be 18 to get married. If I ain't mistaken, quote me. Let me know if I'm wrong. But
I don't know. I think
believe-
without your
believe you
family
gotta be
permission.
18.
or something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
yeah.
that's funny that's like that. That makes sense.
And it's funny you say that age, that 18, because they want to catch you at the dumbest part of your life.
Yeah, and that you still
know
in
what
that
I'm saying?
transition.
You're just coming out of high school,
right, puberty.
so you don't know nothing about the real world. You just know about high school.
That's where that
Right.
jarhead term come from.
I ain't watched that. You watched that?
Yeah, I watched
ain't
it for sure,
watched it. I ain't watched
But the reason I said it because my homie who played for Army was talking about it. He was like, man, all they think is we just some jarheads in here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just running around doing nothing. He was like, man, this is not what it's like here.
Right.
And I was just like, damn, like the whole world has a different thought about what the military is, except for the people who in that motherfucker.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. I got a cousin, man. He told me. I remember we was talking, man, and he was referring to George Bush as his boss, and it was throwing me off in the conversation because I was just like, man, who the fuck? What are you talking about? He like, yeah, my boss this, my boss that. And then later on, I find out he's literally talking about George W. Bush.
Damn.
And I'm like, bro, why is you like, bro, you like, I get it. I know that's your boy. I get it, but where is you at with this?
That's
you know
your
what I'm saying?
business, though.
Right. So, it introduced me to a different level of that mentality. I didn't expect that conversation to go like that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like the term boss myself.
Right. Right.
But just to piggyback off what you said, I worked for Dick Cheney. I worked in the Pentagon Department of Defense. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm from 7 Mile.
Mm-hmm. He knew what he was doing.
I only had to answer to one person.
Right.
Him personally. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now, it sounds good to be able to say that if you're in that frame of mind, but when I was 19, I was still a militant man.
Right.
So
exactly.
I was doing things I shouldn't have been doing.
Right.
I'm talking about things that get put you in jail.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm serious, because I was still in the nation when I got to Washington, D.C. You know what I'm saying? And when I got that job, you know what I'm saying, I wrote the minister. Let him know this honest to God truth. I wrote the minister, let him know this how close we is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And my uncle, because that's how I got into Washington, D.C. But my uncle, I put the letter in the mailbox. My uncle brought it back to me the next morning. I said, don't ever do that again. How did he get it? He never said nothing. How did he get the mail?
Right. How do you even get that out of the mailbox? Who you got to know to get the mail out the mailbox?
They know everything, man.
They know everything.
They know everything, dog. I'm not surprised at none of that shit, bro.
But yeah.
They know everything.
Yeah, bro.
And
military intelligence is real.
Yeah, buddy.
And it's funny too. And you said what you being in the nation with going into an army that was full of Christians who was probably scared of Islam and everything. It was ooga booga and all that other. You know what I mean? Anybody who was especially in the 80s, like anybody who name sounded Islamic, they felt like they was some type of threat.
But once again, it wasn't like that back in 1987. See, we think like that now because it's been the time we were living in. It wasn't like that back then. The only thing we knew about those type of people was they was at the stove.
Yeah.
We didn't have all these wars and all these kind of things going on, so we didn't have that kind of reference to them. You know what I'm saying?
They was like all.
And when you went in basic training, this is funny. They have like these, you know, you do a pep rally thing in high school, and you get everybody all hyped up, this, and that. So they got everybody in the auditorium. Remember the Iron Sheik?
Hell
yeah, the wrestler, heck yeah.
They had this guy come in and look like the Iron Sheik. That's not true. Now dig who you did. Peep the mentality of the people that you're doing this in front of.
Right.
It's a bunch of kids, and you getting them all riled up. He's talking about this, about your mama, and this, da. But the funny thing about this was this was 1987. It was no conflicts over on that side of the world yet with us. They was already hyping you up about them people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
I'm telling you.
That's deep right there, bro. Yeah, you hit something right there.
The military don't be playing.
Yeah, man.
After coming, you decided, when you told me you was doing the show about the military and the mental thing, dog, that's a deep situation because the first thing they do is try to change who you are. They try to change the way you think, the way you perceive things. And you grow up at a certain age and you get fixed into whatever it is, situation, environment you're from, and that don't exist there, no matter where you come from.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
You all on the same plane.
Well, that's what they got to do. That makes sense, though.
There's nowhere else that happens, really. You know what I mean? Where
everybody's stripped away from everything they know.
No matter how much money you, no matter what, dog, like you all come in on the same plane. I can't think of anything else that is like that. Yeah,
I don't know. I know the closest thing I got to military experience is Full Metal Jacket. You know what I'm saying? But I know for sure, like, my pops do respect that. And like I said, for people that I know that's been in the military, they respect that movie for what it showed to be the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For the painful truth that it showed.
No, it did. It did.
But for y'all that didn't watch that, it's an old military movie, Full Metal Jacket, classic. Watch it, you go see some people that y'all see in other shows.
No, for real. No, Full Metal Jacket was hard. But so was Jarhead though. You gotta see that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna check it out.
Like, so we know I've told the viewers that I suffer from ADHD.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you ever said that part. ADHD? No, I don't think you ever said that part.
Huh?
You just said you had. Yeah, you said you got diagnosed with a few things. Yeah, Crohn's disease. You did talk about.
Oh yeah. I got
ADHD. I ain't know that.
Yeah. All day.
That's probably why we cool.
Like, how you didn't know that? I'm the most bouncy around you've been. But It's like I could never lock myself in to doing something for a long period of time, right? That I wasn't super interested in. So, do you remember when we went to Washington, D.C.?
Yeah.
And we went to Arlington National Cemetery.
Yeah.
And we went to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. I remember that.
And they had the soldier there who was patrolling the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Right.
And every single last step he took was precise.
I believe that.
The whole time we was there. And they said they do it for hours on hours. Rain, snow, sleet, hail, everything.
Was that when we was at that? It looked like a random, but I remember one part of it, these rocking chairs being on this plantation looking building.
No, I think that was what's the name house?
That's Lee Mansion.
That's who?
Lee Mansion. Robert Lee Mansion.
Okay, yeah, Robert Lee.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Kennedy buried at the bottom of it.
Bingo.
Okay, right.
My bad.
That was the cemetery thing you was thinking about. Yeah, but sure. Just that tomb and just seeing like, how can a person,
right,
be so tuned in to do like that shit wasn't easy, dog. The way he was moving his feet, how far they had to go, all that shit that was happening, I was astonished.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you how that happens.
Yeah.
He got the sauce.
But I'm gonna go ahead.
Right, no,
that was the reason why I wanted to go to the military, because that's what my uncle did.
Mm-hmm.
But it starts off like this. They got a thing. They got an alley called Catacombs up under all that area that you see, that amphitheater, all that marble and everything.
Yeah.
That's where you practice at. So nobody will never see you mess that up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They have 3 different leaves. They go by height. That's what when you see somebody, they always look like they're like this. You don't never see them looking.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You get 1 day on. You get 1 day on, 2 days off. That's the motivating factor to do it. But the trick about it is when you first start off, because you constantly being critiqued on everything. So them 2 days off ain't 2 days off.
Bingo.
You
worried about
your ass getting better.
Spend 2 days on a uniform.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna see no thread missing. You ain't gonna see a smudge on the metal. You ain't gonna see
unbelievable, dog.
You know what I'm saying? And when you do that, and before you get your badge, you have to take a test and all those kind of things. You have to know where certain people are at in the cemetery. Now you have to do this at night.
Oh, so you got to know that shit.
Yeah, so you have to know the cemetery.
So like
you got to know that shit. Yeah, for
you know what I'm saying? But people from all over the world come and see you, man.
No, that shit
is. You know what I'm saying?
And
that's
when you said like, I could like just my mind just totally went in a whole nother respect for you, and like my mind just totally went to place like, dog, the mental toughness of this man is on a whole nother level than what I think I could do.
I feel that. I tell man, what my old dude used to say shit like, "Oh, you should go there." I'm like, man, no way.
I just can't.
The stories I done heard, bro, ain't no way I'm signing up for that on purpose. But that's me though. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm the baby of the family. You know what I'm saying? I got a different perspective. But
oh yeah, I forgot you the baby nigga.
Yeah, you feel me? But don't get it twisted though. Just like you said, you forgot. You feel me? But long story short, my point is he definitely used to say stuff all the time, man, to the point to like push me towards that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he realized like I wasn't talking about college like that. You know what I mean? But he was just like, oh, you should go to the military. And I'm like, bro, ain't no way I'm going to the military, dog. I remember him tripping on us about not folding the bed corners. Like, nigga, I know how to make a bed. Crazy. You hear me? Like,
damn.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we used to go through that. Like, you know what I mean? And they believed in that
discipline, dog.
But it was discipline, but he believed in disciplinary actions for fucking up.
Oh yeah, all day.
Yeah.
That was the name.
So it was like, bro, you was expecting astonishing shit from us when you didn't teach us shit. And then there was disciplinary actions for not
for you
being
not
successful. Nigga, this is stupid. So, but you know, don't get me wrong, bro. It's a few things though that playing a part on why I was like, no, ain't no way I'm doing it. I ain't built for that. I'm straight. I don't want nobody talking to me stupid. Call me Miss Hayes if you want to. See what type of reaction you get. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of shit they do in the military. You know what I'm saying? That's for a reason, for them to break you down, to bring you back down. Just like you said, everybody on the same playing field. That's what they do. You come in there, your daddy got $1 billion company, it don't matter. You come in there, you from the hood, it don't matter. You's a soldier at the bottom of the bottom right now, and they go there with that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, me personally, I wouldn't be able for that. I leave that up to the soldiers. Salute to everybody who joined the service and really, really promote it, because I know a lot of people that it has benefited their life, their existence. You know what I'm saying? Where the military then really came in and really changed them for the better.
Right. Yeah.
And I know quite a few that it fucked them up. So shout out to all of y'all for going through that, because regardless of whatever your experience was, when you get back out to the real world or to civilian life or whatever you want to call it, just understand that your everything you do matter. You know what I'm saying? Even from that perspective of being who you are in the military, all of that do matter to everybody around you, and it's a ripple effect.
That's another thing too, though. Like when you think about somebody who went to the military, and when they got home, I've never seen a great situation for them. You know what I mean? Like, I never seen nobody come home from the military and the military really take care of them after they back. I always hear the opposite.
I believe it do matter with, and correct me if I'm wrong for this, with injuries. You know what I'm saying? I believe that play a part. Let me say that. You know what I mean?
The injuries can help you, but it's more about who you know.
All right. Okay. So typical shit. Right.
Just like anything else. The typical
right.
shit.
It's all about who you know. Right. Okay. So that makes sense, though. Because I know some people who got injured in the middle of the war and end up coming back on medical or whatever. But they was eager to get back out. You know what I'm saying? That was something that threw me off. It was like, bro, you trying to go back? Bro? Yeah, man, my brothers. Like, bro, them niggas ain't your brothers, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? But
I mean, but that's
where his mental,
that's where his head at.
That's where it was at. And it was like, bro, you about to leave everybody, your mama, your everybody, your real brother, your real sister. You know what I'm saying? Like,
did they ever talk about mental illness
in the military?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so you as you say about him, like the way he changed his mind. So you know what I mean?
Right.
That somebody else in the outside might be like, man, they done. You know what I mean? He on some other shit.
That's what I was on. Yeah.
So like, do they ever like? Was it a situation like just flat out mental illness
back then? No,
right? Okay.
Because it's like this. Like you mentioned earlier, you break everybody down to build them back up. When I say soldier, I don't mean you in the military. I mean you foot soldier, infantryman,
right,
airborne, those kind of things. You have to be mentally ill to want to do this.
To sign up for that shit.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I ain't want to say that, but hey,
but that's what I'm saying.
We need to applaud for that right there, because I ain't want to say that out of respect there, but that's some real shit right there.
Yeah,
bro.
Dog.
You really got to be in a different state of mind to even sign up for that shit. Real
I think about it all the time. Like, damn, like where would I be mentally if I signed that? And I know people who, like, one of my homies, he would have went if he wasn't so stupid. Like, they came and he signed up and he was mentally ill. You know what I mean? The only thing that stopped him from going was he didn't pass the test. I remember the recruiter coming. He played the game with us. They had him take the test and he looked at him like, you need to study. I don't know how he knew that nigga need to study from a motherfucking military test,
That's
but
crazy.
that nigga too stupid to go to the military. So, like, if everybody is, how do you pick and choose? Like, how do you weed through? Like, how do people take the next steps up as far as rank, those type of things?
Following instructions, following orders. You know what I'm saying? It's like the way I think and the way I am now, because I'm a lot older. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about the military thing, period. You know, because I know what really goes on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You there to get a check. They there for a whole different agenda, and you just being facilitated through you. But I'm sorry. What was your question, Dad?
I don't know, man. I'm also interested in what you like. I was in Galt, my nigga. I don't even remember. What was we saying? I said, oh yeah. No, I don't remember. Fuck, I got another one. Did you ever see anybody have an episode?
Oh yeah. It's a stressful situation. You know what I'm saying? How much? Just like when you say you wouldn't want to do it and this and that. Then when I spoke earlier about building you back up, how much can you endure with anything?
Mm-hmm.
How much?
I don't know.
You don't know until you go through it.
Already been through it.
Right.
See the difference in the mentality?
Mm-hmm.
I can endure anything.
I know what I
that.
can endure. Right. Okay.
I feel that.
No, there's no question, because what other choice do I have?
Right. I done made it.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I feel you.
People don't move like that every day.
They have no idea what that is.
So when they have problems that come up in their life and they think they're problems, and it's not a problem, it's that you don't know how to deal with it.
And what's really going on.
And what's really going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What you need to learn. That's some shit, man.
Yeah, man. You definitely hit me with a different one today.
That's some
what's
shit.
up, though.
So have you ever gone into a situation where you felt like you might not come back?
No. And if I ever got nervous or anything like that, the only thing I can equate it to, with proper training, you won't get scared, you won't get nervous, because you got things you're supposed to be doing. So you're concentrating on those things, not the external things.
You ain't got no time.
You're trying to do what you're trained to do.
Right.
So how you think the military handled this whole Brittany Griner thing with I don't know, dude was was he a SEAL?
Are you talking about the
Straight SEAL?
Yeah, that Russia has still got him, right? Or did they get him? But they got Brittany Griner out.
No, they made it. Yeah, he went back.
Yeah,
he
they
went
got the
over
same.
there.
Oh, they
yeah.
did. So like, how do you like?
Are you talking about when they
traded
left
the back?
one
Yeah,
guy?
oh,
Right.
right.
Talking about the guy they traded or the
Right.
guy that they left?
The guy that they left,
Okay.
Oh, okay, I'm mixed.
they got Brittany Griner, right? And he was like a Navy SEAL, right?
Okay.
So it's the mentality there. The Navy SEAL can handle it. Get Brittany, or is the mentality there? We need to save face, like we need to look as good as possible.
I got you.
So we gonna free this gay woman, you know what I mean, and show the liberty in America, and we gonna leave our SEAL in that motherfucker. So you know what I mean, like as a soldier, how do you take that?
I don't know what that SEAL was doing there. That could have been his job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not your job to come get rescued. It's your job to complete the mission.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know exactly
right.
what the circumstances was. But you know what I'm saying? We don't draft people anymore. It's a volunteer army. You know what I'm saying? You get the chance to pick the jobs you want for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So when you start talking about people that's SEALs and things like that, these are people who are decided that this is what they want to do with their life.
They went out to go get that shit. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And honestly, if you was a real SEAL, you would rather sit there. You would feel better that Brittany Griner is going home than you, because who you are is increasing out here.
Mm-hmm.
It may not seem like it in there, but it is out here.
It is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Your mama and daddy don't want to hear that. Your kids don't want to hear that. But who you are as a SEAL is increasing out here because you in there.
Correct.
And if he ever did come home, you never have to worry about a check again.
I'm sure.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure. And I'm pretty sure his family right now is probably well taken care of too.
That I don't know. It all depends on what his thing was. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes he could have been a Navy SEAL, but was he there as a Navy SEAL or was he there as a private contractor?
Right.
That's the word the government uses.
Bingo, yeah.
Mercenaries.
Right.
It's all business, so
It's all business.
Right. It makes sense.
That's what it is, man. And that's just, it's a whole nother world out here that people not thinking about. But as you step into it, it's like a turn-on lamp. Was it anything that totally surprised you when you got in there? Like, oh shit! Like, I never thought it would have been like this.
How ignorant people can actually be. Because we city folks, and we in this city, so we pick up on things fast. You know what I'm saying? I told you had people coming from Nebraska, Iowa.
Right.
They ain't never seen nothing to pick up on, so the least little thing that would seem like common sense to you,
right.
they lost. Literally. You know what I'm saying? But he got explosives in his hands.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so
you know what I'm saying?
But you got to go to war with this motherfucker.
By the time hopefully, if he that bad, he been and took care of himself in a nice successful situation now.
I feel that.
I mean, and don't get me wrong.
Some people you gotta let do that.
I'm just telling you the truth. If all of us together was in a combat situation, and I decided that I wanted to be the knucklehead, do you really think the other 4 of y'all is gonna let me leave up out of here and mess up y'all life?
Right.
No, he had a mistake. Things happen.
That's some real shit.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
That was his job.
That's how come the people that excel in the military are people that can follow orders.
Damn, and you almost think about it opposite out here. You know what I mean? Like,
What you mean?
because people around here feel like if you following orders, that you are sub. You know what I mean? Like,
That's me.
people don't even like to take orders from their boss.
I don't like that shit.
That's because
It depends on the delivery. That's what it is with me.
You see what I mean?
it's because of the. Why are you doing it?
Right.
You understand what I mean?
No, I feel that.
If you can give me an order, you know what I'm saying. But if I'm here for the order, how would I take it the wrong way? I'm like my dog. I'm waiting for you to give it to me.
Right. No, I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
To a certain degree, though. Because, like, I just seen, like, in all different professions I done had, but I will say in logistics, per se, I've seen people talk to drivers like shit because they were drivers. In their mind, you just a driver. Just like whoever thinking you just a soldier. You know what I'm saying?
But once again, the first 3 months coming through the gate, they already took that away from you. After them 3 months, there's nothing nobody can call you, say to you, you ain't. Who are
all
you?
that shit, I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Now imagine going through a few things in your life and a few different war zones and this and that, and come back and sitting in that logistics and this guy is talking to you.
Yeah, I get it. Don't get it twisted. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
You would feel like just to tell him to sit down before you bust his fucking head. Or you
ain't gonna bust his head.
But the mentality of it
Right.
would be like, you would feel like you would bust his head.
For sure.
You understand what I'm saying?
Because I done been in situations where I had to correct people. Like, listen, we ain't gonna never move past what the fuck the issue is.
But sometimes you
Till
get
you deliver it right.
sometimes the little things that they going through because they're not built upon the caliber of person you is at all. This shit don't phase you.
Right.
It's more like,
feel
you
that.
ain't even talking to me.
That's really what I did. That's what I be on for the most part.
We on a whole nother
But I done had to where I done had to to where they was like, no, nigga, I'm talking to you. And I'm like,
it's a
yeah,
place for
nigga,
that
I ain't
out-
that nigga to be talking to like that.
Now, I totally understand that because that's how out here works. And most of us think like that.
Right.
And a lot of us go beyond thinking like that and start backing the shit up after we say it.
Yeah, I'm only gonna look. I'm gonna move with all disrespect is earned with me. You feel me? I ain't no nigga that's just gonna off the top come disrespectful.
But what I'm saying is this.
But it's earned. If you see me being disrespectful to anybody, nigga, you earned every minute of that.
But
you know what I'm saying? Every word or whatever.
What I'm saying is this. You learn that can't nobody disrespect you. They can disrespect themselves.
I feel that.
But when you know that, it creates a different mentality. Because when I was young, you could of what I did was disrespect me, and you know what I would have did? Messed up my life or your life off of that.
I feel that.
But in the military, they strip you of that, so that you don't have these kind of things going on with all these men in here.
I feel that. Yeah, it is a bunch of testosterone.
So you
bouncing off
you
each other.
You got to get the brain. And the good thing about it is, if you get a chance to learn that and be a part of that, and I mean the mentality of understanding who you are versus somebody else, is that when you come back out here and somebody act a fool, you have a choice,
right?
Whether you want to split their shit or not,
right?
And you choose not to because this is nothing. When the next man would have been like, you finna pay for that,
right?
You know what I'm saying,
right?
So let's go back to '87, right?
Yep.
Taking everything that you know now. You were sitting in that desk about to sign that paper. Would you sign it again?
Yeah. Hold on a second. Sign it again?
Well, like,
no, if you had to redo
it. If you with the first time.
Right. Like a redo.
Just knowing what you know, knowing that you were going to go through what you went through, everything, would you sign it again?
Yeah, I had a good time. I've done things that nobody else I know done. Some people that are doing it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a bad experience. I've seen brothers have bad experiences. I was just blessed not to. But I still got the mind fucked just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
So no therapist, no psychiatrist, no nothing like that around.
What you talking about now?
Then.
For who?
For the soldiers.
Bro.
Wow,
that's like you got leprosy or something. Yet. That's like you got a bump on your lip or something. You are an infantryman is the ultimate fighting machine. Now those sounds like words to you, but when you start getting that shit pumped into you and you believe it, dog, what the fuck wrong with me?
Nah, he said the words right there, and you believe it.
And you believe it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, perfect example. How long my leg been messed up, Dez?
Shit, a week.
Ain't when you got did shit, nothing about it, nothing else.
Right.
Elevate it a little bit.
You don't believe it's messed up?
Leave out in the morning, go to work. To me, that's not messed up. I've seen messed up, and that's not it.
That ain't messed up.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not a good mentality.
No, I hear you. I hear you on that.
You know what I'm saying? It's
to a certain degree. It can be.
Because you can be detrimental to yourself.
Yeah.
Thinking like that.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. Damn. Yeah, nigga, my toes still bending. We good.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you do, though. But that's also like coming from the hood sometimes. Like going to other places. You can take shit other motherfuckers can't. You know what I mean? Because you done already seen like this ain't really fucked up.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
You know, and it's just part of being in that type of situation. So it's and you can't say every, no time, but most soldiers, are they coming out like that?
Coming out like what?
With that strength of mind of, I've seen fucked up, so I've known that what I'm going through or whatever is not.
Not necessarily, because it takes time to process. It takes time to process. You know what I'm saying? I could have a bad experience or a traumatic experience today and come back home next year. You know what I'm saying? Is that enough time for my brain to process what happened? Or you just dump me back outside when I need help, therapy, and those kind of things?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
You know
I think that's what happened with a couple people I know, that they seen some shit that they realized that they wasn't ready for.
And it takes time to process that.
Did Tony ever share any stories with you about when he was in there?
I mean, of course, man, all kind of shit. I haven't heard all kind of stories, bro. But nothing to the extent of, I did have a cousin I know who shared some pretty gruesome shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, straight, okay.
Yeah, but it gave me a different perspective at the same time. It let me know where he was at with the shit he dealt with. You know what I'm saying? luckily through that, he was able to actually use that to his benefit, and instead of being or going to, I don't even know. I don't even want to speak on that because I don't know if he went to therapy or whatever. But I know that he found himself at the Veterans Hospital actually talking to people and allowing them to express what they going through. You know what I'm saying? And when we had that conversation, I was just like, bro, you crazy. Like, bro, why would you go put yourself in that position, and then take on all of that shit? You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, nah, man, I got to help my people. But, you know, this is the same person I was talking about, like my bros. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He kind of got both sides. And once again, from my point of view, let me rephrase that. From my point of view, he got both of those, where he got his real family, but his family was in the military, to where they stripped him down to a whole different person. You know what I'm saying? And then in his mind, that's my platoon. They're my brothers. You know what I'm saying? They done been through everything together.
Also the same mentality when you're, I won't say raising a slave, when you have slaves.
Yeah, I believe that.
Is that the same mentality?
I can believe that. If you think about it, they all on the same team. You know what I'm saying? Same with sports, bro. You know what I'm saying? We play sports, bro. We had coaches going crazy. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, this is for some, we talk about yards, nigga. You tripping. But, you know, just looking at it, it's kind of the similar situation. You know what I mean? It's just different levels of it. Granted, I ain't been through the military, but I done been in situations. I done seen many situations that it's all play. The way school play out is you know what I mean? Like, it's all kind of the same deal. You know what I mean? Right. You're getting told, you got to be told to be quiet, bro. You know what I mean? Like, shut up, nigga. Remember, we was in line doing this shit
all day.
You hear me, bro? Like, that's all instilled in you in the beginning for a reason.
But
not saying it's for the military, but I'm just saying for people in general.
With everything going on, so how are they training our soldiers now? With everybody understanding about mental illness and what's going on, everything, like, how are they doing that now? If they gotta have therapists, they gotta have psychiatrists, how are they still able to get these people to put their lives on the line without stripping them down or whatever they do?
Drones.
And that's what I thought too. Like, I really do think that's where it's going. I really do think that's where it's going. And I really do think people are going to be fighting wars like in the offices and shit.
People aren't the same.
I used to think video games, bro.
Just like you know the difference between like when y'all was young and people used to fight. Literally fight, then walk to the store and go play football later
all day.
For sure. You know how today that people are scared to fight?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the times have changed. So the same people that you going in the military now, they're soft.
Scared to fight.
They're scared to fight. So the military already done figured this out a long time ago.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What type of military you got?
That's why they have.
Niggas are scared to
That's why they have drones.
Wow.
Airstrikes.
Right, that makes sense.
But they got robots.
If you look at all the remember it used to be all that you can be
in the army.
Now it's like a video game when that shit come on, bro. They got military.
I ain't seen
the army. You know what I mean? That's crazy. It's like they're attracting now the motherfuckers who sit.
You know what I'm saying? They're looking for all the Call of Duties
and who can drive that fucking drone through the crack of the butt. You know what I mean? Like, that's who they looking for now, because that's where that shit going.
That's crazy.
And that scared the fuck out of me, bro.
That's deep.
That scares me as a person. So I understand as a soldier, especially somebody who someplace else or something, somebody can just send a drone.
Man, listen, bro. When I seen back when we was at the building, back when we was at the building, bro, I watched it's crazy too. I remember that. I was watching something about futuristic weapons or something, and they had pretty much this bomb that shot up in the air and spent around and did a spiral. And come to find out, it was a laser that was literally just drawing a map of the whole area, right? And once it found whatever it was looking for, that bitch locked on and blew your shit up to smithereens. You hear me? But I was just like, man, that's deep. Like, where the tech is, you know what I'm saying? But for somebody to be able to control that remote control, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. It's a push of a button.
There's people out here who can wipe a whole motherfucking nation away, dog, with one push of a button now.
Bro, he's blowing shit up with cell phones, bro. Pagers, dog.
Never even see your ass. This motherfucker
Carter's number is 858.
shot to the head. That shit.
That shit crazy.
So what do we do? Like how? So what does the military need to do to get people are they even concerned with getting people mentally healthy, you know what I mean, to be even better soldiers? Because I think if you can get people to do it because they want to do it, I think they'll do a better job.
As a soldier, you're expendable. So it takes more time and energy to try to keep you and make you well when I can just send you home.
Gotcha.
Get a new one.
I'm not
Next
trying to,
man
I'm
up.
not, I'm not
Football
trying,
like
I'm
that.
not trying to
Next
get
man
a
up.
wing of hospital with crazy niggas, crazy soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
I send you home and let y'all deal with that in y'all neighborhood.
Right.
That's what they do.
Next man up.
Right.
That's it.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Damn.
But yeah, that's a different way of looking at it.
All right, man. So you got to give us a story, man. Just one incident, something that happened while you was in there that you would never forget.
Yeah, there you go. That affected your mental. Let me
Right.
ask something.
I was about to do
That affected your mental.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I was gonna tag that on after you said it.
Yeah.
I was in Arlington Cemetery. When I was in Arlington Cemetery in the old guard, I used to. You start off either in the casket team, a firing team, or a marching team.
The casket team.
I was on the casket team,
Golly.
folding flags,
Right.
dropping bodies.
Yeah. Dropping bodies.
That's it.
Casket team. Folding flags. That's
So
deep.
I'm at a funeral. It was some officer's baby, some Jewish guy's baby. Mm-hmm. The casket probably like about 3 feet, made of cardboard.
Damn.
So when we went to pick it up, the bottom of it,
Withered.
our gloves was going through it because the bombing fluid was leaking. Now you have to be at your ceremonial best. This and that, you know, you got the uhs on you.
Yeah, man. What?
You know what I'm saying? And you have to.
And it's a baby.
It's a baby.
And it's a baby, man.
You know what I'm
What? Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, my dog.
Yeah, that'll change your look.
That motherfucker
I can believe that.
didn't fall out the bottom and then did.
No,
Right.
because we had it.
Right.
We had it.
See, we had it.
Ain't that some shit?
He did his duty. Yeah, that's deep. See, I ain't no nigga for this. I can't do that,
But
bro. I ain't gonna say I can't, but that's deep right there, bro.
I got a friend and he definitely mentally ill. Went to high school with me or whatever, but his job is to go and tell the families when
Oh, that's hard.
Somebody passed?
yeah.
Oh my god.
That's his
I couldn't do
job,
that.
bro.
And
Yeah.
at this point, it's like it's a spill.
Right.
It's a job.
Right.
You can't take
Right.
it personal. You know what I'm saying? You go home and you
You
gonna get
gotta
that.
look in them people's eyes and tell them the worst shit ever.
It's a job.
And
That's
you
crazy.
do that shit like every day down there,
Yeah,
dog.
man. I had somebody trying to get me to do that work at a funeral home to do sales, and I was like, bro, I can't even.
Oh, I
Can't even do
I was in what's name for a minute doing the washing the hosing the bodies down and different shit like that.
Oh,
I did
man.
that for.
What?
Why not?
Nigga,
they
it's a million
dead,
reasons,
nigga.
right?
They
Right.
dead, nigga.
That's the reason. That's the reason
Listen.
number one.
I'm with him on that.
Reason
I'm
number
Mr.
one.
It's a
I'm
million.
straight.
If it's
I
a
like
dead body,
live- I'm
if it's a
straight.
dead body sitting here, I'm way more scared of y'all than I am the dead body.
I feel you. No, don't get- I'm not. Listen.
Now,
I ain't gonna
okay.
fuck around. I'm
Ooh,
straight.
dog, I remember one came in. The dude, he his neck exploded. Man, whatever, dog.
Yeah,
like,
bro. See.
but what I'm saying is, you get to the point where it's a body.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And I've seen guts all on the floor, people sliding around on blood, all that other shit, and then motherfuckers be in the corner eating like.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm straight.
So
Straight on that.
their mentality of death has to change. So do they live differently?
They change. They gonna change regardless. Yeah, they gonna live differently from seeing that. Think about that. From the minute you saw that shit from beforehand, you not the same.
I'm not the same, but am I like not doing shit? Am I am I living like am I not taking risks? Am I not living? You know what I mean? Because I've seen that type shit.
I don't know. Maybe you may not be doing what I don't know. I can't talk on that. I don't know.
Or are you just saying, like you said, it's part of it? That's what it is.
Eventually, you're gonna have to accept it.
I believe it's soldiers who he can go kill 50 motherfuckers, come home, and have a dope ass lunch with their family, and not even think about it.
Oh, you thinking about it? You know what I mean? Family,
It depends. It depends on, but that's a matter of perspective. Because if I just went and shot 50 people, I'm gonna think about it.
I was about to say you're gonna think about it.
But if all I did was push a button,
there you go.
Thinking about
or play the video game. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the same thing.
That's true. That's real shit. You can push one button and blow up a whole city. That's crazy. But you're right though.
That's where I think shit got fucked up. Because think about the mentality of shit. When I had to kill you, I had to look you in your eyes.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Before all that other shit, I had to use my hands. You know what I mean? Like shit had to happen between us two. But when you can start killing people without even seeing them, shit totally changed.
Yeah, man.
Cowards could even, you know what I mean? Like a coward could kill people.
Yep. Futuristic weapons. My bad. That was the name of the show. I was watching that shit on your couch.
For real? Damn.
I watched that show on your couch at the building back in the day. Futuristic Weapons is the show it used to be.
Oh, nigga, we all dead.
Man, shit was crazy because that was a long time ago.
Oh, it's over with.
You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't imagine the shit they got now.
It's definitely over with.
Yeah.
Well, man, shit, we got to get on the pot of here. I want to thank y'all. Also, too, a lot of people have been saying you got to get a phone line. Somebody do the comments, different things like that. Promise y'all that's on the way. We've been having a whole lot of people come watch the show who've been giving me some great insight on it and say that it's desperately needed. So I'm excited, man.
Yeah, me too, bro.
I'm excited for the road.
Hey, man. It's looking good already, man. So.
Yeah. So it was great to have this talk about the military, man, and me learn some things, you know, and make me feel a little bit better about, you know, my father, what happened with him in his situations also, too. So definitely tune in again next week, Sunday, 10 p.m.
Yes, sir.
For Mentally Ill with Dez Cortez. My homie T. Hey.
Let's go.
We appreciate you.
All right,
Keith Rayner, man. Thank you, bro.
Peace.